Hi everyone, Carolyn Braden here, and welcome to Carolyn Braden's Turning the Ordinary into the Extraordinary. I found this Christmas tree in our attic space tucked away in the new house that we just bought, and I got it out and thought it was a perfect opportunity to try one of the floral Christmas tree trends that I've been seeing all over Pinterest lately. I like that it's very small, then it won't need as many flowers. If you want to try this at home and you want to do it on a small tree, you'll only need a small bunch of fake flowers, but if you're going to do it on a full-size tree, you'll need a lot more flowers. I chose flowers in the colors pinks and blues to kind of go with my decor in my home. Let's see how to put this together. I have about 7 stalks of flowers, of fake flowers that I know I can clip apart and put all over the tree. I also bought a bunch of dried flowers. These are in little, they're called blue buttons, floral buttons, and I thought they were cute. They could be added in as well. You can do this with whatever you have around the house. If you've got burlap, which I've got a little bit of burlap that I'm going to put around the bottom, you can do that. You can just tuck the flowers in if you want, but I also found these little teeny tiny clothespins. Can you see these little tiny clothespins? Little tiny clothespins. You can use those to attach some things. You can also use floral wire. You can do this just for this Christmas and then take it all down, or if you do it on a small tree like this, or even on a larger tree, you can use the floral wire to attach them all on, and then at the end of the holiday season, you can get a big bag, a big garbage bag, and put it over it, and then put it in your attic space or a closet somewhere, and then the next year this will already be done for you. You won't have to do anything else to it. Just take the bag off and put it out. If you do this on a full-size tree, you could use shrink wrap to go around the tree to make it last for a long period of time as well. So let's start putting the tree together. The first thing you do is just kind of fluff up your tree a bit, get it to a point where the branches are out and nice and full. Now just start trimming some of your flowers. I've got some fake hydrangeas here into little snippets like this. I'm going to be using floral wire, so I just found some pieces of floral wire at my local craft store. I'm going to trim them up because these are rather long. These are a little over 12 inches in length, and just kind of snip those. They don't snip. I may need wire trimmers. Do we have any wire trimmers? Oh no, I've got it. You don't need wire trimmers. You can just use your scissors. And start by putting on the flowers onto the branches and just twist some of your floral wire just a little bit. Let's get them on there nice and tight. If you're using a green tree, the green floral wire would be very helpful. Then you won't see it. I also have a silver Christmas tree, so I would probably use a silver wire. Scissors work just fine, but you could also use some wire snippers as well. So we got one on. Let's continue. What I'm doing is I'm just twisting this wire around the branch just to keep the flowers secured. There's no right or wrong way to twist the wire on. Just get it on there until you're pretty sure that the flower is not going to fall off. Do we have, I think, wire trimmers? Do we have any of those wire? They will be helpful, more helpful to me, so I don't accidentally cut this tree branch. We didn't have some?
I've got some. Other ones downstairs.
Okay, we got some wire trimmers here that might make this trimming of the floral wire a little bit easier. Yes, that works very good. Thank you. One tip is to make sure you kind of turn your tree as you're doing this to make sure you get it around all of the sides, especially if it's going to be like out in the middle of a room somewhere where people can see it from all directions. You don't want to just do one side, you want to try to get it all the way around so your tree is equally as beautiful on all sides. Here's Ross. Do you like the tree? Do you think it's pretty? Are you gonna knock it over when we're sleeping? Yes, he's probably going to knock it over. That's why the floral wire is so important. It's gonna keep the flowers on so you can't destroy it. I've got a lot more hydrangeas to get on there, so I'm going to continue putting on the hydrangeas and then show you what that looks like, and then show you how to put on some of the bigger flowers. Here's the tree with all the hydrangeas. I even cut off some of the leaves and added them in just to give the tree a little bit of more of a green variety of color. So now it is time to add some of the larger puffs of flowers. You can just take your wire trimmers or scissors and snip them off like so. I might leave some of these leaves on as well. And you're just going to start kind of tucking them in and see where they make sense to you. I'm going to fill in some of these holes and some of these gaps with some of these. You don't have to put the floral wire on them, but I am going to just to make sure that they stay nice and secure as well. Make sure you continue to walk around the entire thing to make sure that it looks good from all angles. Now we have the hydrangeas on and these little puffball flowers, whatever they are. We're really starting to fill it in. Now I have these long stems of something. They're just really pretty and pink, and I thought they would make a great addition to this tree as well. So I'm going to snip that off. And these might be things that we stick out and kind of let them kind of just stick out all over the tree. Just put it where you think you might want it and look at it, and then you can go in and put your wire after you have visually figured out whether you want something to be in that place or not. That's what we're going to do for these, because I only have like 4 of these stems, so I know that they're going to just kind of be spread out. Since I only have 4 of these, I think I'm going to make them be like off the top and then have the blue ones kind of sporadic throughout this. I think visually this will work better since I only have 4 sprigs. Alright, now that we have these on top, now we're going to take the little blue buttons. And just kind of sporadically place them all over the tree and see how that looks. I might need to actually cut these down a little bit because we're going to just kind of have them, well, I don't know if I'll need to cut them. Yeah, well, they just kind of tuck right in there. I like those. You don't have to cut those at all. Just get them on there. Some that you put on the bottom you might need to cut a little bit. But we're just going to kind of tuck these blue buttons, these dried flowers, right on in there. If you want to use floral wire to attach these as well, you can, but they do a pretty good job of just staying in there just on their own. If you notice any poking out the other side, those are the ones that you want to trim a little bit. Here's what the blue buttons look like up close. They're little tiny dried flowers. They're so cute. I'm going to keep adding some of these little dried flowers and then come back and show you what it looks like when it's all put together. Da-da-da-da! Now we're done! I could sit here and keep adding more and more and more and more and more because it's just that much fun to make. But I'm going to leave it right here. I added a piece of burlap to the bottom just to kind of cover it up and just complete the look. I hope you like this tutorial. Just do what works for you. If you want to do a red and green one, just find maybe some fake red flowers and add some little green leaves in there. Just make whatever type of tree suits your taste. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please leave it in the comment section below. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, do so now. And if you want to receive notifications when I post new videos, just turn on the notifications bell right now. If you haven't liked this video yet, do so now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! This is such a cute tree. You could keep it up in your house all year round.
Visit Carolyn'sBloomingCreations.com.